What do you say we get started with my second daily dose? Grab a beverage and let's dive into a couple of articles that I don't know if they've even made mainstream. Probably most people ain't hearing about them. But while everybody else is losing their mind about Epstein, ICE, and everything else, which we'll get to one. I found one with ICE involved, and it's going to be a doozy. Um, yeah, grab yourself a cold beverage and let's dive into a couple of really good ones. I think they're really good anyway. Um, as stay hydrated. So we'll start the first one with socialist New York City Mayor Mamdani, the old walking salami, pays hospital visit to man shot by police as he charged officer with a knife. This is by Kellen McBreen. Dude, just like his picture just screams, I'm a nutsack. Like, oh God. I don't even want to, no, don't even want to. Let's not get me started. Ugh. So, New York City Socialist Mayor Zoran Mamdani criticized how police handled a local man suffering a mental health crisis last month as they shot the individual when he charged at them with a knife. Well, what the fuck was he supposed to do? Stop and tell him he's pretty? Like, what do you expect from law enforcement? You run it's at an okay, you run at a normal citizen with a knife and they've got a gun, they're probably going to unalive you real fast or attempt to, let alone a trained law enforcement. Let's get that out there right now. Anyways, 22-year-old Jabez Chakraborty, what the fuck ever, who suffers from schizophrenia, was going through a medical episode that caused his family to call the police. Speaking to New Yorkers on Tuesday, Mamdani the Salami said he's speeding up the launch of his Department of Community Safety in the wake of the shooting. He then said in his whatever speech, I visited Jabez in the hospital, and there's no family should have to endure this kind of pain, he said. Jabez has lived with schizophrenia for many years, and the situation underscores just how urgently we need a different and more effective mental health response system that will be safer for New Yorkers who struggle with mental health concerns, for their families, and for police officers. Jabez needs mental health treatment, not criminal prosecution by a district attorney. I agree. We shouldn't have shut down the mental facilities. But Trump's bringing them back, so I mean, there is that. But I mean, until then, y'all shut the mental institutions down. That was a place that handled paranoid schizophrenics. That's a place that handled all these mental idiots like the transgenders and stuff. They ought to be in a padded room somewhere. But I digress. Anyways, like, yeah, no shit. There needs to be a place for them not in society flipping the fuck out and charging officers with a butcher knife that might lead to getting shot. I hold politicians that did that shit completely responsible. We're helping these. No, you didn't help no fucking buddy except your fucking vote from the radical left. You needed votes, so you said, hey, let's get the mentally challenged people out. They'll vote for us. That's all that was. Body cam footage shows the moment Chakraborty, however the fuck you say his last name, came after policemen with a large butcher's knife, ultimately leading to the shooting. Well, no shit. What'd you expect? I mean, and then they got, I guess is it on X? Yeah, it's on X. You can watch it. Like, I guess he runs at him, and despite the video proving the officers' lives were in danger, not could have been, were in danger. Borski's family was outraged by the incident. Outraged. You called him there. I mean, let's get that one straight. You called him there. He charged him with a knife. He got shot. Okay, so he was obviously doing something that made you call the law. You call the law. Then he goes after them with a knife. They shoot him. End of story. I mean, I've seen Sesame Street. It all adds up. You're outraged. We are outraged. You kept us from getting the butcher knife. Like, idiots. We are shocked and outraged, they said in a statement. We called 911 for an ambulance to provide medical attention to our son, who was in emotional distress. We did not call the police. Instead of medical responders, the New York Police Department arrived and shot our son multiple times right in front of us. What the fuck did you expect a couple of EMS workers to do? Well, that's the stupidity of somebody right there. I mean, like that. We are shocked and outraged. We called 911 for an ambulance. He's having a schizophrenic meltdown, obviously violent enough that you called. That's where you send the cops in. Like, they're going to de-escalate that shit. So you want to put frontline medical workers unarmed in that situation? That's real grand. That's smart. I mean, stupidity. Fucking stupidity. Hmm. What the fuck do you expect? Like, when someone's being schizophrenic, they're not gonna that's retarded. Like that literally shows the mentality of the parents. It's like, you guys shouldn't he should be in a mental home. Like, padded walls and everything else, and we're actual professionals where he can't hurt nobody, can't hurt himself. They can get him on the right medicine, keep his mood stable. He has something wrong with him. You called the law, and the law don't know that he has something wrong with him. They just see some asshole charging him with a knife. The end. Anyways, Mamdani suggested his new Department of Community Safety could help officers avoid similar situations in the future, saying, "This is why I propose creating a Department of Community Safety to build a mental health system rooted in prevention and sustained care in real crisis response, so officers no longer have to handle these situations alone. As I've said, when there is a violent situation such as with no weapon, New York Police Department will be on the scene." Wait. As I have said, when there is a violent situation, such as, with a weapon. I read that wrong. I was like, yeah, they should be on the scene. Any violent situation, you're going to get the law enforcement as a reaction force. Whew. But I mean, what's this community safety to build a mental health system rooted? Oh, wait, he'll tell us here in just a second. Meanwhile, experts such as an ex New York Police Department chief of detectives, Robert Boyce, pointed out the obvious issue with unarmed experts arriving at the scene. Also, he wants, this motherfucker wants some psychiatrist to go out there and say, "Hey, buddy, you having a problem?" and get stabbed in the face. That motherfucker, I was like, "Hey, Mamdani Salami, good job. You're encouraging health professionals to put their life in danger unarmed." Fucking New Yorkers, man. You voted for this shit. If you're going to send, okay, this is this detective chief. He says, if you're going to send only medical professionals there, understand there's a changing dynamic. Quickly, they can pick up a weapon and charge at them, he said. That's what I just said. Like, you're sending an untrained, unarmed person in there to what? Tell them they're fucking pretty while they stab them in the face? I mean, what are they going to do then? That was my question. Actually, whatever. How are you going? How are they going to defend themselves? My question again. How are they going to defend themselves? You're going to have a show of force, a man with a gun there. He said that's why the police have to go to these things. Now, if you want to pair them up with medical professionals, that's fine. So there's another liability on and another attacks they can get for New York for the police department. Hey, we need to pay for this medical asshole to ride around with every cop car that has NYPD on the side of it, so that we got this asshole shrink riding around with our cop all day. That's somebody else for him to worry about being shot other than himself. Like, give me a break. Dumber than hell. It's just you can't make this retardation up, man. We're letting the mentally ill lead to mentally ill, and it's fucking stupid. Like, that's your answer? Let's send an unarmed shrink or an unarmed EMS worker or EMT ambulance driver to a scene where there is somebody having an episode, flipping the fuck out, wanting to basically hurt himself or somebody else. Let's send another, possible victim into the line of fire. Let's not send the police someone that can defend themselves. That's leftist logic right there. Now this one takes the cake, man. Holy shit, does this one take the cake? You guys will love this. If you're like me, this is going to blow your mind. I read the headline to it and I said, yep, right there. That one's going on the Daily Dose right here. Before we get started with it, if you like my content, you enjoy these, you enjoy my shorts, you want to support my channel, I'll leave a link in the description. Or you can slide over to my sponsor, Dubby. You can put in coupon code Matt's Opinion, save yourself 10% off. They've got 15 different flavors, 20,000 5-star reviews, probably more than that by now. Stuff's actually good. Zero sugar, zero maltodextrin, zero fillers. This stuff's awesome. They use stuff like beetroots for collaring, which is actually good for nitric oxide. It's good for your buddy downstairs, if you know what I mean. Let's get back to this. ICE arrests African illegal hired by New Orleans Police Department by Dan Lyman. This one, when I read that, it's like, what? Now hold on. Let's read that headline again. Let's get serious about this, because ICE arrest African illegal hired by New Orleans Police Department. That's all I needed to read right there. Boom. What the fuck is New Orleans Police Department up to? You know what I mean? Do you not do background checks? Ugh. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Federal authorities apprehended an illegal alien from Africa who was on the cusp of becoming a cop in a sanctuary city of New Orleans. Well, that fucking explains a lot. Wow. Federal authorities apprehended an illegal alien from Africa. An illegal alien from Africa who was on the cusp of becoming a cop in the sanctuary city of New Orleans, Louisiana. Like, wow. Oh, the Department of Homeland Security just confirmed key information about Larry Tima, a 46-year-old Cameroonian national busted by Immigration and Customs Enforcement on January 28th. Tima was recruited. Wait, he was recruited by the New Orleans Police Department, NOPD, and was set to graduate from training within days when he was rolled up by ICE agents in the Big Easy. He was days from graduating. Wow. Wow, days from graduating in the Big Easy. Like, what? Africa, the African legally entered the United States on a visitor's visa in 2015 before being granted conditional residency in 2016 after marrying an American citizen. Okay, okay. Still wondering, hold on. However, in 2022, his application for permanent residency was declined due to fraud. Imagine that. Due to fraud. DHS explained in a press release. This is just one more example of this. They're only going after this person. No, this since 2022, it's 2026, motherfuckers. Do your math. That's 4 years. He was denied. Now hold on. Now this is going to add to it. Oh man, Time, whatever you say, was ordered to appear in immigration court 3 times, but continued to disregard U.S. law by not showing up, resulting in an immigration judge ordering him removed in absentia. He did not have a valid work authorization. Now there you go, even more. So he had 3 chances, 3 strikes you're out, motherfucker. 3 chances to go to immigration court. Didn't do it, didn't show up. An immigration judge ordered him to be removed in absentia. And he did not have a valid work authorization. But these stupid motherfuckers in New Orleans hired him as a cop. Wow. Oh yeah, they're attacking innocent people. No. He had his chance. Had his chance. He definitely could have went to one of those 3 immigration court hearings, but he didn't. So you know what? And a federal immigration judge said, "You know what? You're done. Get out." Good for him. Good for them for catching him. You know what I mean? That's phenomenal. That's the good stuff right there. Sorry, I was told it's nice to do the knife hand, not to do the knife hand. I don't know. Something retarded I was told one time. NOPD had already issued, oh, for fuck's sakes, oh, wow. NOPD had already issued a service weapon to Tamaya, despite it being a felony for an illegal alien to possess a firearm. Wow. Let that one sink in. I mean, yeah, let's just take a minute for that one. Already gave him a firearm. Not only did they obviously not do a background check on this and know that he's been supposed to be deported since 2022, but they gave his son bitch a firearm. Tell me that couldn't lead to something bad. This illegal from Cameroon, Larry Tama, is not only breaking the law with every step he takes in this country illegally, but the New Orleans Police Department hired him and issued him a firearm. What kind of law enforcement department gives criminal illegal aliens guns and badges? It's a felony for illegal aliens to possess a firearm, said DHS Secretary Tricia McLaughlin. No shit. Like, I just asked that same question. That's great. Like, what the fuck? Wow, what's this country coming to? Like, y'all motherfuckers need some new police chiefs or something, or you need better background stuff. I think this was more like a social justice hire. You know what I mean? My opinion. This was a social justice hire. Whew. Under President Trump and Secretary Noem, ICE is restoring law and order. Criminal illegal aliens have no place in our communities, especially on our workforce. Especially on our police forces. No fucking doubt. They're already illegal. They're breaking the law. How can they be a law enforcement agent or a law enforcement officer when they're clearly breaking the law. That makes zero sense. Federal authorities have arrested several illegal aliens. Wait, what? Federal authorities have arrested several illegal aliens working in law enforcement in the recent months, including an Angolan national hired as a corrections officer in Cumberland County, Maine, and an illegal alien from Jamaica who was working as a police officer in the Old Orchard Beach, Maine. What? Okay, so it's not just New Orleans, it's a bunch of fucking idiots. It's Maine too, which I mean, I get it. Y'all want to be progressive or whatever. Wow. Phenomenal. Like, are you serious? That's it? That's all it's on there for that one? Whatever. Wow. Fucking seriously. Like, okay, so a corrections officer, and two cops. And that's just two states. So where's that? Where else? What other sanctuary state or city is that shit going on in? That's insane. Whew. Well, I nailed that one down to about 20 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully you made it through your cold beverage. Wow. That one blew my mind. I didn't know how good that one was going to be. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Uh, like, comment, subscribe, share, support my channel. We'll get you some Dubby. For Matt's opinion, I'm out.